You have a real change in the way we deal with religion in America today. Particularly in the 20th century, if you're older millennial, somewhere in that range, you heard about freedom of religion. That's what America's all about. No, that's really not true. All the way through the 1600s, the 1700s, and 1800s, nobody talked about freedom of religion. They talked about freedom of conscience. Conscience is much, much bigger than religion. Your conscience is the ability to believe something and to act on your beliefs and to be able to speak that, to live that, and it guides your conduct.
Freedom of conscience, if it's not hinged on the duties owed to the Creator, is basically human anarchy. Then everybody could determine for themselves what their conscience required.
The government has no business whatsoever intruding upon what you believe. If the government can tell you what you can believe and not believe, then it can certainly dictate what you can say or not say. Everything else in the First Amendment is predicated upon your ability and your basic human right to believe as you wish to believe.
Judges also have First Amendment rights, and liberals are attempting to abrogate academic and judiciary First Amendment rights because they have no tolerance for the philosophy of a conservative. No tolerance for anything that may have something to do with the Judeo-Christian ethic.
Everybody takes his or her value system into the public square. So if I'm elected and I happen to be an evangelical Christian, which I am, I believe the Bible, I take those values with me. Nobody ever suggests, not constitutionally, that I should leave those values at the door.
Judge Day and I have been friends for a number of years. We haven't seen each other frequently during a lot of that time, but I was aware when he went on the bench of the Marion County Circuit Court.
He's just one of the most decent, straightforward, honorable, nice guys you'd ever want to meet. It's not in his character, it's not in his DNA to knowingly violate the law.
Judges in Oregon, as in most states, may solemnize weddings, but they don't have to. It's not a judicial duty. Like the florist, like the baker, he says, my religious faith does not permit me, does not allow me to participate in a same-sex wedding ceremony.
He gave an instruction to his chief staff person. If anybody should call and ask if I would perform a same-sex marriage for them, please tell them that I'm not available, but that there are a number of other judges on the circuit who would be happy to do that. She was so horrified by this that she took a complaint to the State Ethics Commission, and that became the most important charge against him. All of the rest is window dressing. It was simply a way of his being able to obey his conscience.
He's progressive, have pushed this cause within or without side of the justice system in Oregon, and have decided that this is a guy whose pelt has got to be hung on the wall to show that the liberal ideas are better for Oregon.
You take a stand that God can bless. You don't take a stand because the voters want it changed. If it's a matter of conscience, if it's a matter of convictions, a matter of what God lays out, you do what God says first.
And that's why it's so important to fight this battle, because the only way to win this is to win in the court of public opinion. And to do that, you have to be able to get a message out. And the problem is the mainstream media in the state of Oregon dances to the same sheet of music. They're not willing to tell the other side of the story and explain that there are political motivations behind this jihad against Judge Vance Day. And it's so important that we get the story out in front of people and that they understand the facts and understand that going after a man and trying to destroy his life simply because of his personally held religious beliefs. And they're well on the way to doing it if we don't get the real story out in front of people. Thanks for supporting Judge Vance Day.